Welcome, friends, to the final daily vlog of the year. I can't believe I've kept this up the whole time. What the heck? Well, I do have designs on making a nice, professionally produced, i.e. not with this webcam, video for the main channel, detailing the daily vlog and talking about it and doing a full proper retrospective on the whole thing. I suppose I could have done that today, but I didn't really think about it and I just wanted to do something small. But I will just reflect a little on how I think it's gone off the cuff, you know, without any time to think about it or anything. Well, I was going to say as it's fresh in my mind. It's not really that fresh in my mind. The first vlog was called Vlog on Vlogs, and then I think I did a vlog on vlogs. Blog on blogs on... Oh, I don't know. It's all a bit confusing. I've talked about the playlist and the musical lyricy things, which was yesterday's vlog. I think the key takeaway is that I'm happy that I did it. It's been an interesting thing to do. I'm a bit... I don't feel like I've done it properly, to be perfectly honest. And part of that is having to do it every day. To the extent that it has not... I mean, it feels like something that I wanted to do because I wanted to do it. It's my challenge and I'd set out to do it. It was my daily thing. But in a way, it has felt like something that I have to do. Something that I feel obliged to do. And maybe that's the whole point, maybe that's fine, but it's not the sort of thing that I could take a day off from if I fancied it. And, you know, there were some days where I really didn't fancy vlogging and I didn't have anything to say, and I wasn't in the mood, or I wasn't feeling very well, and I've done it anyway. You know, it's part of the challenge, it's part of the challenge. Would I do it again? Probably not, because one of the things that I realised, not early on, but probably about halfway through the year, is that it probably sounds really harsh, but I don't think my life is interesting enough to vlog every day and have something new to say every day. Don't get me wrong, I like to think that I do lead an interesting life, just, you know, I'm not much of an... I was going to say a word then, but I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll spell it out. There you go, that word. I'm not much of one of those. So, you know, things will happen throughout the day, and my way of talking about a thing that's happened is to do so in the most efficient fashion. You know, somebody will ask me how my day was, and I'll probably say it was alright. Somebody asks me how Christmas was, and I'll say, oh yeah, it was pretty quiet. Because... I don't really know. I'm just not very good at explaining things, and my experiences, I'm not great at disseminating those. Not verbally, anyway. Verbal has never really been my strong suit. Nevertheless, I feel like I've done a pretty good job at the vlog, and when I have not had things to talk about for the day, I've had things from my memory banks to draw from. I think doing things like Top 5 Tuesday and Throwback Thursday and stuff was a good idea, because it was something that I could slot something into. It was very easy to, you know, grab a console off my desk and say, hey, look, here's an N64, for instance. And that helped to guide how the day would go. It was still me talking about something from myself, and it's all been very personal, really. It's just using the specific day and the themed day, that's what I should say, was a good sort of stepping stone, a good... What's that thing called? A jump launch pad... What's it called? The thing that you jump off to get on top of a horse. That thing. Springboard, that's it, springboard. It's been a good springboard to get into vlogging for the day. And I feel that that's kind of reflective of how I approach videos in general, because I mean, one of the hardest parts of creating a video is starting off, knowing how to what to start with, and many people will just dive straight in, and I always find that a bit jarring. Nerdcube did it for a while, but his thing, I mean, this is part of the reason why I've tried not to have an intro, because Nerdcube talked about it several years ago and said that having a reliable intro is almost like a crutch. I'm not entirely sure that's a bad thing, because, like I said, it's a springboard, and if it gets you going, then there's not really much wrong with it. But his thing, and I think he's gone back to it now, I think he's probably come to the same conclusion, was hello procrastinators, and so that he said that saying that meant he could just say that and then get on with the video instead of just getting on with the video. And that's been a thing with vlogs as well. I mean, it has been easier to just start talking about something, but sometimes, well, if you were to see the raw videos, by the way, all of which I'm going to delete after I've done the vlog, because there's no point in keeping them around, it's supposed to be ephemeral. Gosh, I've lost my point now. I've lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Something about... Oh yes, it was, if you were to watch the raw videos back, then there'll be many vlog videos where I've just sat there trying to think of how to start talking about what it is I want to talk about. So it's not easy, even so. But once you get going, once I got going, the momentum, it became a lot easier, day by day. I mean, the whole vlog got a bit easier as it went on, but I feel that doing that and being able to dive into a topic has actually helped me to realise that you don't need to open a video with something specific. Like, my Hits 40 series, I opened that with the year is 1981 or whatever. And that's that series' thing, but I don't need to do that for every video. I'm rambling now, aren't I? What else can I add before I wrap up? Yeah, I'm glad I did it. I don't know if I'd do it again because there's not really much point. However, that doesn't mean I'm going to never vlog again. That was a weird sentence. Vlogging, I think, is a good method of, it doesn't... Talking about something that doesn't need its own big, exciting video. There's a lot of topics that I would like to discuss, and many of which I have discussed in the vlogs. And things that, now that I have talked about them, I could feasibly make a whole video discussing them, or indeed use that topic as a smaller part of a larger video. And talking about it in a space such as the vlog, where it doesn't really matter too much, I can just get my thoughts out freely. It's helped to flesh out some of those concepts, some of those ideas, and get them percolating in my head. So that's... I'm not going to stop vlogging, I don't think. I'll probably... I don't know, maybe I'll do one a month or something. Maybe I'll have a schedule to talk about stuff, and maybe I can slot some more in here and there. But I don't think it's something that should be forced. That was kind of my point there. I think... I'm just keeping an eye on the time there. I think... if it's natural, if it's something that I want to talk about, and I just think, right, I'll just stick the camera on and talk about it, then that's better, isn't it? Anyway, I shall wrap up now. Thank you all so much for watching all the vlogs and for keeping up with this thing over the course of the year. By the way, Nicky Chops, hello from 2025 is probably when you're going to catch up with this one. And the rest of you, well, I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you have enjoyed this journey with me, and I hope that it has been useful, educational, informative, or fun in any other way. That's all from me. Thanks very much, and I'll see you all next year.